Hey, you. You're finally starting Skyrim in 2023? Where the heck have you been all this time?
Hey, whoa, Raloff. We don't want to scare the nice people away. There is no shame in playing Skyrim for the first time in 2023, or maybe 2024, depending on when I release this video. In fact, I'm jealous of the people that are starting Skyrim right now and have never even dove into the Elder Scrolls at all until now. It is such a magical experience. It doesn't happen in a lot of video games for me anymore, where I get that magic twinkly, oh my god, I'm having so much fun in this game feeling. And even after 5,000 plus hours in the game, I still get that feeling in Skyrim. So that tells me something. That tells me that this is a very special game. And if you're just getting into it now, I cannot wait for you to discover everything for yourself. If you're just now getting around to playing Skyrim, or if you're just starting and are feeling a little unsure about it so far, or if you're brand new to gaming in general and you want to find a good game to start with, this video was made for you. I see you out there, newbies. If you're a Skyrim veteran and you clicked on this video out of curiosity, then I invite you to add your favorite thing about Skyrim in the comments below. In this video, I really want to share my personal opinion about Skyrim, but I also want to showcase some of the main things or activities you can do in the game while playing without spoiling too much. My aim is to make you aware, but not show you everything. You'll get a taste. And if you want more, you go explore. Hey, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know.
Let's go.
Sorry, Raloff. If by the end of this video you don't have the itch to play, then I will send a personal email to Todd Howard telling him how I have failed in my quest to spread the beauty of Skyrim to everyone. The first question I want to try to answer is, why are we still playing Skyrim after 12 years? The game was released in 2011, and hundreds of thousands of players are still playing the same game over and over again. How is that possible? Skyrim is a big game. It's known as an open-world role-playing game, which means you have the freedom to do whatever you want, for the most part, whenever you want, and you can play any type of character you want. To those unfamiliar with this type of game, or those who are new to gaming in general, it's a sword and sorcery or medieval fantasy style theme in a world where you can be the hero and interact with everything and everyone around you to create your own story. Of course, Skyrim does have a story path that you can follow, but one of the reasons why people play the game repeatedly is because you are not required to follow the main storyline. You have the freedom to explore the entire world as you see fit right from the beginning. This open feeling of exploration, forging your own path, and making new discoveries is the magic of Skyrim. Of course, another reason many people still play the game is because of the enormous modding community that adds countless fresh new modifications to the game and basically allows us to alter the game in any way we'd like. On PC anyways. Modding is a huge topic, which I would like to cover in another video. If you guys are interested, let me know. Side note about mods though. If you are brand new to the game, you might feel pressured to add mods if you're playing on PC or on Xbox. And you totally can, if you want. But I'd like to invite you to experience the game as intended first, because mods are not the main reason why people love Skyrim. Skyrim is a standalone, amazing experience, and many people, including myself, still play without mods. We call this vanilla, and we still have a ton of fun. Personally, I like to play both ways. Sometimes I feel like playing vanilla without mods, and sometimes I feel like mixing it up a bit and trying something new, and I'll mod the game in a different way. You do not need mods to have fun in Skyrim, but it sure helps on that second, third, or 100th playthrough. The race you choose in Skyrim does not really matter much. Don't stress about it. Play whatever race you want, but there are some races that have useful abilities, such as the Argonian, who can breathe underwater, or the Orc, who can go berserk and do a ton more melee damage for a short period of time. No choice is game-breaking, and you can create a powerful and fun character with any race. So for your first time, just pick your favorite. If you're wondering about class or skills, etc., in Skyrim you can develop your playstyle or your character type as you progress and play the game. As you use different skills, those skills will advance. So if you want to be a beefy, heavy armor guy with a sword and a shield, then equip some heavy armor and go out there and cause havoc with your sword and board. After the intro, you can pursue the quests the game gives you, but you don't have to. You can do it whenever you want. All quests in the game are optional. You have the freedom to choose. If you're not sure about something or you want to test something out, make a big save that you can go back to if needed. And in general, just save often. The game has a quick save mechanic as well, which is a faster save that overwrites the last one. Don't rely on quick save entirely because it gets overwritten, but instead use both quick save and the regular save game together for a nice safe gameplay experience. The game will automatically autosave at certain points as well, but it's good practice not to rely on those either for similar reasons. The game doesn't actually tell you that there are difficulty settings. Did you find the introduction portion of the game too easy? Or do you just like a challenge when you play games? Then maybe consider setting your game to expert, which in my opinion is the most balanced setting to play on if you are an experienced gamer. I do not recommend playing on master or legendary for your first time, or ever for that matter, as it is not balanced very well and it can just be pretty frustrating. If you're new to gaming or you just want to casually chill and play without much fear of dying, feel free to change the difficulty down to novice or try leaving it where it is by default, which is adept. This is Skyrim's normal difficulty. So, if you choose to forge your own destiny and not pursue the main quest, at least right now, here are some things you can do in the game. After the tutorial, if you follow Ralof or Hadvar down the path to Riverwood, you will be able to choose your Standing Stone, which is a passive ability that you can only have one of at a time. It's worth noting that you will be able to swap to another Standing Stone ability at any time during your playthrough, but just keep in mind you can only have one of these active at a time. There are many different Standing Stones in the game world to discover, and I'll leave that up to you to find as you explore. You can learn blacksmithing, which is useful for improving your gear, especially if you are using light or heavy armor. After the intro, you can do a quick tutorial with the Riverwood blacksmith dude who will show you the ropes.
Actually, how about you smith me an iron dagger?
From there on out, there's a blacksmith in every major city where you can go to craft things as you play the game. You can also try your hand at alchemy. You can pick flowers and gather ingredients easily from the start of the game. Healing potions and mana potions are pretty easy to make early on. Potions and poisons that you craft are useful for your adventures and also for some extra cash if you need it. There are some pretty pricey potions that you can craft eventually. And once you get to Whiterun, which is the first major hold capital that you will probably find in your playthrough, you can take a carriage ride to any of the main hub cities in the game. Once you've discovered a place for the first time, you can then fast travel there using the world map instead of the carriage if you wish. This works also for any other location on the world map that you discover in person. Side quests! In Skyrim, there are hundreds of odd jobs you can do for the citizens of Skyrim, in towns or elsewhere. They will reward you with gold or some kind of useful gear usually. Sometimes they're pretty extensive and they can show you new dungeons and get you some really nice items. If you're not sure where to start, ask the innkeeper at any main town, or the Jarl's assistant usually has a quest to get you going. Level up your character. Spend those perk points as you increase your skills and get stronger. In Skyrim, much like the older Elder Scrolls games, if you've played any of those, let you increase each skill as you use it. So once the skill is leveled up, you can invest perk points into each skill tree to define your playstyle. And this is what I meant by you determine your playstyle as you go. Literally just use the skills that you want to be good at, and eventually you will be good at them. Simple as that. Believe it or not, you can get married in Skyrim. There are a select few characters in the game that you can marry. To do so, you'll need to talk with them and complete their respective questline, then head to Riften and the Temple of Mara to get started. If you happen to catch a nasty disease out there in the wilderness and you don't have a potion to cure it, find any shrine anywhere in the game and use it to be cured. Certain diseases can be more troublesome, however, but maybe that's something you should find out for yourself. Join a guild. There are multiple guilds to join. The first one that you will come in contact with is the Companions. Sort of like a fighter's guild with a twist. They have a really cool long quest line, and their headquarters can be found in Whiterun. The Thieves Guild, pretty self-explanatory, also has a long and very fun questline and unlocks the ability to sell stolen items to a fence, which opens up a unique and fun gameplay style, one of my personal favorites. Their headquarters can be found in the city of Riften. The College of Winterhold, which is basically the Mages Guild, kind of. This features a long questline that is designed for mages. And if you want to dabble in spellcasting, this is the place to be.
Much knowledge lies within the college.
The Dark Brotherhood is a group of very discreet assassins with a long quest line. Head to the city of Windhelm and poke around a little to investigate further. It's definitely worth it. The Bard's College. Sometimes overlooked, the Bard's College is in the beautiful capital city of Solitude. This is a shorter quest line. It has some nice items to fetch and some very interesting lore. The military quest line. You can choose to help the Imperials or the Stormcloaks. The Stormcloaks being in Windhelm, the Imperials being in Solitude. Go to either of those cities and speak to their respective military leaders to start this quest line. This is a pretty long one, it's very fun, and for some reason, doesn't get a lot of love. I actually really like this one. What else can you do in Skyrim? Just explore! Literally just run around, fight enemies in the wilderness, go into a dungeon you find and get some loot. You can even find quests strewn about in the game world that you'll just run into randomly. You don't actually need a quest to go out and do things. Just go explore and find stuff. If you're having a rough time out there, or you're just lonely, you could hire a follower. There are many friendly characters in the game who are willing to join you in your adventures. Some just cost some money to hire, and others will join you from the previously mentioned guild factions. If you want to get around faster or you're having a hard time climbing up the mountains, consider buying a horse. Or you could steal one. Horses help you travel around faster, and Skyrim horses especially are expert mountain climbers, much like their goat cousins. Well, another thing you could do is just be naughty. What I mean is, you could break the law in various ways, most commonly by accident, like stealing a random apple from a table somewhere, or you could do it on purpose by breaking and entering through lockpicking, attacking people, or by killing chickens. That will really piss them off, trust me. Try joining the Thieves Guild as mentioned earlier if you enjoy this type of thing. I mean, you could always get arrested if you're going the naughty route. If you decide to become a naughty person, you will likely get arrested or at least approached by the guards, and you'll need to pay off your fine or go to jail and do time. Going to jail isn't that big of a deal in Skyrim unless you're carrying a lot of stolen items that you don't want to lose. You can get them back, but it's not easy, so use your quick save skills before doing anything risky. If you really want to find a little plot of land to call your own, you could buy a house. You can own a home in every major city except Winterhold, as long as you get on the Jarl's good side. Once you complete the questline from the Jarl, you become Thane and can then purchase a home in town. Alternatively, if you have the Hearthfire DLC, you can purchase land to build your own home in a more interactive and very time-consuming manner. You can even place random items around your home if you have the patience for it. Just don't spend hours placing books on a bookshelf because you will only come back home later and get very sad at the result.
Flames on the side of my face.
Skill trainers. If you've played for a while and you have accumulated enough cash, you can spend it at the various skill trainers throughout Skyrim. They will help you train your skills for cash, and this can be a quick way to level up, even if it is pretty expensive.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Oh, and I totally forgot to mention the third craft in the game that you can pursue, which is Enchanting. It's a little more complex than the other two, but it is really powerful, especially endgame, and goes along well with a mage playthrough. But you can use it to enchant weapons and armors, and if you don't want to use the conjuration skill to gather soul gems, you can just purchase them if you have the cash. Lastly, if you own the DLC Dawnguard and Dragonborn, you can tackle those big quest lines too. But keep in mind that Dragonborn is recommended for higher level players, and you cannot complete the entire Dragonborn quest line without doing Skyrim's main quest first. The DLC sends you to Solstheim, which is just a boat ride away from the Windhelm docks.
You have found our fortress.
If you have the Dawnguard DLC, once you obtain level 10, you can join the Dawnguard faction. They are vampire hunters, and the questline sends you to a new area with a very large and expansive questline. This is big and features all the spooky, scary vampires. There is a lot to do in Skyrim, more than I even mentioned in this video, and way too much for you to tackle with a single playthrough. This is one of those games that's intended to be replayable, and it hopes that each time you play, you will find something new or learn something you didn't know the first time. You can make different choices each time, play through different quest lines, and level up different skills. And hey, if you started playing and you realize you kinda want to be a different character, then just start over. I've started over about 50,000 times. I have over 5,000 hours in the game, and I think I've only completed the main quest twice. So have fun in Skyrim, friends. And let me know how it goes. All right, let chaos ensue! Yes! I will survive! I will survive! Battle cry! Crap. Oh, I wish I had shouts. More damage. Uh-oh. Oh no. I must kill at least one more citizen. Okay, one more person I want to try to murder. Will I make it? Excuse me.
Someone do something.
Rise up. Yes! It's fine. It's fine. That was all I wanted to do.
Oh, and subscribe to Low Mana, you filthy milk drinker. Thank you for watching.